If you don't feel comfortable speaking English at work and you want to boost your confidence, here are 5 tools. If you find it difficult speaking English at work, that feeling you just don't have the words when you need them, in a meeting, a call, or right when that Zoom meeting begins, it can be so frustrating. I found that listening, watching, recording are the best way and the best tools to practice and improve your English speaking confidence. The first tool is learning by listening. Learning by listening is one of the most useful skills you can learn and use. This technique has been used in many different ways, such as music lessons, studying for exams, and improving your pronunciation. A fun listening experience is a podcast. Listen to the topics being used in the conversation between the people. Notice the type of words that are being used. Where does humor come into play? Do they use idioms? And can you repeat what those idioms are and overall language? After listening, ask yourself, do I feel comfortable talking about this topic in English? Can I use some of the words, terms and idioms I heard on the podcast? Make sure to write the words and terms you didn't understand and check them during the podcast so you can follow more easily. Another way is using YouTube. Find channels you're interested in. Notice how they cover a specific topic of interest. Have a look at other channels covering the same topic. To learn new information, listen to the differences in language, vocabulary, and terminology. And again, make sure to write and check words you didn't understand. For the most part, YouTubers covering a topic will try to be balanced. You can learn from objectivity as well as subjective views. By choosing different channels, you will have access to different use of vocabulary, sentence structure, as well as the casual and professional English. If you like a personal perspective, vlogs are a wonderful way to listen to a person talk about their life, their interests, and their experiences, providing a window into someone's life. Most vloggers show you a scripted version of their day. It's shot and produced in a compelling way to be more cinematic. If edited well, you can have a well-designed and structure allowing you to follow a timeline, which is a great practice for English learners. You can also have a great listening experience with an audiobook. Try having at least 10 to 15 minutes each day to listen to a story or autobiography. You can use a translation app if you need to clarify words to better understand the context. Make sure you are consistent throughout the week to benefit most from the use of audiobooks. The second tool is called learning by watching, and it is very simple to use. Watch and listen to anything you want or need to learn about, and try to figure out what is going on in the video. You can choose films, documentaries, TV series, and YouTube videos. You will learn a lot just by listening and paying attention, but you can also take notes and highlight words in the video if you are already familiar with the material. Then watch it again with a different perspective in mind. Watching again will allow you to understand the overall information presented without having to stop and search for the meaning of specific words. You can have a great exercise by choosing a YouTube video you find interesting. Check that the captions are on, so you have instant access to what is being said. It will appear at the bottom of the screen. After watching a few minutes, go back and read out loud a few minutes of dialogue. You will notice over time you don't need to read as much. The third tool uses recordings and playback. A fantastic way to improve your English in a short period of time. In order to be able to speak more confidently, record yourself while reading text. Could be an email or a book. This will help you remember what you have learnt and improve your pronunciation. You will see with the tools I talk about later in the video how it all works together. So how does recording yourself work? Start recording audio on your phone, recording app, or your computer, and read emails or documentation throughout your workday. Use grammar apps to check that the text is correct before you record, just to make sure everything is in form. After you finish reading, Play back the recording and listen to the words and your pronunciation. Yes, it can be a bit strange listening to yourself. This allows you to add more practice time. If you are not sure of how to pronounce a word, search for it online. Google, for example, provides meaning for every specific word searched with a voiceover for that word. The fourth tool is don't think about the grammar. I know. Sounds a bit counterproductive. It is important, of course, but while learning to speak English fluently and confidently, mistakes are most definitely allowed. To begin with, follow these simple rules. Keep it simple. Use simple forms of past, present, and future like ed, walked, present, ing, going, and future, will, I will. As with most things, using a simplified version of a language means you are more easily understood. The fifth tool uses the old box, the telly, the TV. Yeah, it still exists. Okay, so which is it? Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, Amazon? You will find programs you like on any platform. Make sure the subtitles are off and try to keep up with the dialogue. If you find it a bit difficult to understand, pause, search for the word or sentence, and after you have the context, you can continue watching. If you want to learn more ways to improve your English speaking skills, click on the screen and I'll show you how. See you next video. Bye.